Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome back to Affirmation Illuminating, the space where inner truth meets transformation, and we remember who we truly are. Today, we're diving deep into a phrase that might be holding you back more than you realize. It's a quiet cage, a subtle spell. It's the seemingly harmless sentence, "That's just how I am." You hear it everywhere, maybe even say it yourself. "I'm just not a morning person. I've always been bad with public speaking. I'm just an anxious person." But what if this isn't a description of your fixed reality? What if it's a declaration that limits your potential? This sentence isn't a personality trait. It's a powerful affirmation of limitation. It's a spell you cast upon yourself, often without conscious awareness. It solidifies a temporary state into a permanent identity. It tells the universe, and more importantly, your own being, that growth is impossible in this area. But you are not static. You are dynamic, evolving consciousness. It's time to understand the power of this phrase and how to reclaim your ability to define yourself. When you utter, "That's just how I am," you're not merely stating a fact. You are actively reinforcing a belief system about yourself. You are defending a boundary around your current state, preventing expansion. This declaration becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. It tells your mind and body to continue operating within those defined limits. You hand over your creative power to a past version of yourself. Think about the wisdom of Dr. Joe Dispenza. He teaches that your personality creates your personal reality. Your personality is a composite of your thoughts, actions, and feelings. If you keep identifying with old patterns, your reality will mirror them. You become trapped in a loop, re-experiencing yesterday's limitations. You mistake this cycle for your inherent nature, but it's just a pattern you've become accustomed to. Recognizing this is the first step towards liberation. If your current identity is creating a reality you don't desire, you have the power to shift it. Identity isn't a cage, it's a choice. Let's be clear. You are not your habits. You are not your automatic reactions. You are not defined solely by your past wounds or the coping mechanisms you developed. These are experiences and behaviors, not your essential self. You are not the sum total of the labels others have given you. You are not the person molded by societal expectations or generational programming. These are external influences, not your core truth. Your current identity is largely a collection of beliefs and assumptions. These are agreements you've made, consciously or unconsciously, about who you are. Some were given to you, others you adopted yourself. As Byron Katie wisely points out, a thought is harmless unless we believe it. The thought, "I'm just like this," becomes harmful only when you attach belief to it, when you accept it as an unchangeable truth. Most people live on repeat, reliving yesterday's thoughts, emotions, and choices. They operate from a place of conditioned response. But awakening means realizing you don't have to believe every thought that arises. You can observe them without identifying with them. The ego, the part of us that seeks stability and definition, loves to cling to identity. It finds comfort in the familiar, even if that familiarity is painful or limiting. It prefers the known cage to the unknown freedom. Eckhart Tolle illuminates this beautifully. He explains that common ego identifications include possessions, work, status, knowledge, appearance, relationships, history, and belief systems. He states unequivocally, "None of these is you." So, if these external forms and historical patterns aren't you, what is? You are the witnessing presence behind it all. You are the awareness that observes the thoughts, feelings, and sensations. You are the spaciousness in which life unfolds. The truth of who you are is formless, boundless, and inherently free. It is pure potential. Every time you say, "That's just how I am," you are attempting to shrink this infinite potential into a small, defined box. You are limiting the divine expression that is you. It's like trying to capture the ocean in a teacup. You are putting the vastness of your soul into a tiny label. It's time to recognize the box for what it is, a temporary construct, and step out of it. True transformation doesn't begin with forcing yourself to act differently. It starts with a fundamental shift in how you define yourself. It begins with redefining your identity at the core. This is why willpower often fails. You can try to change habits all day long, but if the underlying identity remains, "I am the kind of person who struggles with this," the old patterns will likely reassert themselves. The root hasn't been addressed. You don't achieve new results simply by doing something new. You achieve new results by becoming someone new, by embodying the identity of the person who already has or does what you desire. Neville Goddard, a profound teacher of conscious creation, emphasized this principle. He taught, "You must be in the consciousness of already being or having that which you desire to be or to have before you drop your desire. You must assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled." So, instead of defaulting to, "That's just how I am," what if you consciously chose a different narrative? What if you declared, "That was an old version of me, and I am evolving"? Or even more powerfully, "I am becoming the kind of person who..." Your subconscious mind is a powerful servant. It listens intently to the identity you assume and the definitions you feed it daily. It will work tirelessly to align your reality with your dominant self-concept. When you stop defending the outdated, limited version of yourself, you grant your inner being permission to expand, to grow, to become. Let's acknowledge the reality of how these identities form. Often, the version of you that says, "I'm just like this," was created for protection. It was a survival mechanism developed in response to difficult experiences, fear, or perceived inadequacy. Maybe this identity helped you navigate a challenging past. Maybe it provided a sense of predictability in chaos. And perhaps, for a time, it served its purpose. But you are not that person anymore. You are not in that storm anymore. You are here now, on a path of awakening and conscious creation. You are ready to stop recycling the same old story simply because it's the most familiar one. You are ready to write a new chapter. This requires courage, the courage to question your deepest assumptions about yourself. Michael A. Singer, author of The Untethered Soul, offers a key insight. There is nothing more important to true growth than realizing that you are not the voice of the mind. You are the one who hears it. You are not the limiting thoughts or the old stories. You are the awareness that witnesses them. You are not the story itself. You are the storyteller. And the beautiful, empowering truth is that you hold the pen. You can choose to put down the old script and begin writing a new one that reflects the limitless potential of your soul. So, here is your powerful invitation today, a call to liberation. Consciously choose to release the phrase and the belief behind it. "That's just how I am." Recognize it as a spell, a limitation you no longer need to carry. Instead, cultivate a practice of self-reflection and conscious redefinition. Start asking yourself empowering questions. What version of myself am I ready to step into? What identity no longer serves my highest good? Who am I choosing to become, starting right now? Remember, the real you, the eternal essence of your being, is not confined by a personality type, a past trauma response, or a label. You are pure soul, pure presence, pure awareness. You are consciousness choosing to experience form, and you have the divine right to choose that form, to evolve, to expand, over and over again. You get to choose again, not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. In this moment, you can declare your freedom from outdated definitions. You can step into the limitless potential that is your birthright. If this message resonated deep within you, allow it to be more than just words. Let it ignite a fire of transformation. Let it become a new standard for how you perceive and define yourself. You are not stuck. You are simply not finished becoming the magnificent being you are meant to be. If you are walking this path of self-discovery and spiritual growth, know that you are not alone. We are here, together, illuminating the way. If this video sparked something within you, please give it a like. It's a simple action, but it helps this message reach other beautiful souls who are ready to break free. It tells the universe and the algorithm that this truth is valuable. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Affirmation Illuminating and hit the notification bell. Don't miss out on future sparks of truth and empowerment that can guide your journey. Finally, I invite you to share your truth. Leave a comment below and declare, What identity are you ready to release today? Your declaration is powerful, not just for you, but for the community we are building here. Until next time, keep shining your light. Stay awake to the truth of who you are. Stay limitless in your vision for yourself. And always remember, you are not stuck. You're just not finished becoming.